Hello, beautiful people, and those that should have been swallowed. Don't be mad, you know who you are. Welcome to the new Truth in Disguise. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when these juicy videos drop. Anywho, I do want you to know that I came up with a title because somebody really inspired me for having the most realest conversations I've had for the first time in my life and put me down on a bunch of game on people, especially men. Especially men. Thank you for that. Always love you. So, anywho, what I really want to touch on today is grief because grief looks different for everybody. Sometimes you can show up at somebody's house and you can see what grief looks like when you know grief. I've had a lot of people pass away, and you can't unsee things. So, like, having to say goodbye to my mother in a cardboard box, like, you just don't unsee those things. Having two sons die at the hands of others. My baby died from medical malpractice at the hospital. And I was fucked up for a few years. Like, I'm still fucked up about it, but I'm more functional now than I was in the beginning when it happened. And, yeah, it just really changed who I was. My second son, I know his cousin killed him. I don't care what anybody says. But once that sorry fuck gets found out about, bye-bye. We'll just say bye-bye. Send you to the penitentiary where you belong, because you'll end up there one day. You don't just kill people and get away with it. I don't care if it's 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Even if you do get away with it, you're going to pay for it. You'll probably set your generation up to be cursed really severely for the rest of their life. But I'm just saying, people don't understand the universe works in cause and effect. So what you do to people does come back to you. How you do things does come back to you. But yeah, it's definitely a very touchy subject because I used to cry anywhere and everywhere, and sometimes I still do. But I don't shut down like I used to. And I'm not a very sociable person as it is anymore, because people do a lot of things. People are really extra, and a lot of times you don't realize that we cry more for the people that are alive that we lose than the ones that are dead, because we already realize what we lost in death. So it hurts even more to lose somebody while we're alive that we love. Being alive, like they didn't die, they just dead to you now. That's all. They just dead to you now. So it's not like the fact that they died and went to heaven or hell, but in real life people can die, and that's what I mean, to where they're still living but they're dead to you now. But you cried more severely for them because you put time into people, you put effort into people, you put money into people, you put love into people, and some of us don't take that lightly. Some of us really take that to heart. And I'm not talking about the psychos, I'm not talking about the sociopaths, I'm talking about real, genuine, good-hearted people. So you know them. You know when you're not one. Believe that, because it's either in you or it's not. And it's not in a lot of people. It's really not. It's not something you can learn. A lot of people fake this shit. So, it's just a lot of people aren't aware that it's faking shit. But once you become aware it's faking shit, then they can no longer fake that shit on you. That's the thing. Is you have to be aware of shit. The more you're aware, the less that will happen. Hopefully, God. Because I have been in some shit, and I promise to God, it has not always been my choices. It has been because of other people putting me into shit, doing shit to me they shouldn't have been doing, and I've lived a lot of places. I've lived from here to Cali. I've been all the way up to Philly. I have family, in lots of different places, so I've been able to go to different places to see them. I haven't really traveled a lot lately. It kind of just don't want to be around people. Like, just the bullshit is like, I'm just over it. I'm over the bullshit with people. I see too much. I know too much. And people do a good job of putting on a mask, a facade, a fake phony persona about themselves because they know who they really are deep inside, which isn't shit. There are some people you already know that are not shit. They fake it. They put on a good show, especially those ones fake it till you make it. I'm like, I want to say it all the time, but I'm like, damn, man, that's not really how I roll. I don't believe in faking shit. You know what I'm saying? I really try to be my real, authentic self, and I've come to realize that that really offends a lot of people because it's not in them. They don't have in them what you have, and they'll never have in them what you have. So they will try to destroy you in so many ways. One of the ways I've seen is people have tried to get me hooked on drugs. I've tried some drugs. Now, for the most part, I'm a THC person and drink frequently. Not frequently. I frequent the THC, but I'm a very, very frequent, a very Ooh, somebody want my brain to be fucked up. I'm just saying, I can't even get the words out right. People will think some shit on you now. If you don't think so, shit. People will wish and think some shit on you and hope you fall. And be glad when you do. Some people be sit back just feeling good inside about it because they were partly behind it. Because they know they'll never be shit. So they don't want you to have shit. Just don't ever forget that. There's a lot of things people do if you just watch them. You don't gotta say nothing. If you just watch them, you know, and they just do. People just do too much. There's finessers. I mean, there are some good finessers, you know, and there's a lot of times I spent too much trying to believe the good in somebody and wasting so much time on them. Like, I call back all my love, my time, my effort, my peace from every person, place, and thing I've been there. I call it all back. And you know what? People's lives will start falling apart that did you wrong. Because your energy is no longer there. It's not. They can no longer feed off your energy to be somebody that they're not. You know, a lot of people may not believe it, but it is real. It is real. So, you know, people have, your body runs off energy, but we're putting the wrong foods in our body to have that energy. That's why it's destroying ourselves. That's why it's killing everybody. That's why it'll lead you to a slow death. I just got some lab work back. I'm shocked at how effed up it is. I feel like they switched my shit with somebody else. I don't understand it because I didn't eat anything for 4 days. I was fasting. So how can my blood pressure be sky high? How can my sugar be through the roof? Like, I just not understanding that, but anywho, I guess that's the shit, that's where life be lifing, you know, and I'm skeptical about a lot of things, so I believe a lot of things are a setup because we don't know any better, you know, and these medical places have to stay employed, the government has to stay employed, and a lot of those ways will hurt people for them to have jobs. We already know that that's a conversation that could go on for days, you know, but I really want to say I love you and thank you for inspiring me to have the name of this channel, The Raw Truth in Disguise. The cat was jumping on me, so I got cat hair somewhere. Life be lifing. The little effer came in the house and wanted to be all over me. I'm like, wait, what is happening? But, you know, I love animals. They come to me. Kids come to me. I don't always like kids now, but I'm just saying. I have my own to deal with. But, you know, it's very inspiring and such a good feeling when you're around somebody that can inspire you, that can make you want to love yourself, that can make you want to do better, And I realized a lot of those things in those conversations that I had with that person. And um, so it made inspired me to do the raw truth in disguise because people will not tell their truth in a vulnerable space. It's already vulnerable having to talk about yourself, but for the most part, people will lie almost about everything. There's some people I know that if they say the sky is blue, I have to go outside to make sure, even if it is, because they lie that much. And it's sad to be that person. Like I don't want to be known as a liar. I know what happens to liars. You're not trusted. And the thing is that people will break that trust in so many ways, not even just by lying, but that's kind of like the worst of it because you never know what they've done behind your back or what could be put in harm's way over something somebody did that you have no clue about. So you very have to be mindful of the people that you're around and just know, keep yourself safe. But when it comes to grief shows up in many ways and it never looks pretty because you're dealing with people's sadness, you're dealing with their sometimes just their being lost, a lot of things is we don't take the moments as experience, we hold them as emotional places inside of us. So that's why they really hurt so much more than it does other people. And when you've dealt with a lot of loss, like, I don't even want to hear no bad news. Like, I really can't take a whole lot of shit right now. It would really probably make me crash out. I'm just a person like everybody else, and I'm only going to take so much shit. So, and when you have grief that's just stacked up inside of you, and it's such a deep, dark sadness, like, you could really snap on somebody. You people trigger you. You could go to a place you didn't know existed, and then be out of your mind and end up somewhere you had no idea how you got there. Like, it just happens. It's funny how the mind works. So the more you know yourself and the more you understand yourself, the more you understand your emotions and how to process them. I recently been told, like, women are more emotional, men are more logic. So when it comes to emotions and feelings, men are not going to have the same feelings as women. They are not. We are two different people. So we are never going to feel the same. Even as a woman, I'm not going to feel the same way as somebody else. So it's got to be an understanding in your mind that we're all different. It's okay to feel the way you feel. I'm not saying that it's not by any means. Oh my gosh, if you feel like you need to cry when you're somewhere, cry. You know, I know I was at work and uh, the husband's grandson, this man, his grandson had died, and the grandson was like 6 or 7, and it was just like out of the blue. It wasn't like he had an illness or anything like that. And I forget what the little boy died. It's been so long ago, but not even 7 days later, his wife died, and he came in. I was like, God, and he seemed he was okay to talk about it. I was like, what happened? And he was like, well, it wasn't illness. He's like, it was heartbreak. So people can really truly die of heartbreak. That's my cat over there doing something on the chair, making it wobble. I swear these animals be doing what the hell they want. Hey, chill out on that. He likes to lift his leg up and do this X-rated thing. It's like, yo, bro, really? Talking about the cat. Oh, God, I got off that story, but, it was true. He's like, my wife died of heartbreak. She was with the grandson every day, and that was all she knew. Her world revolved around him. So a lot of times when our world revolves around people, then we forget about ourselves. We lose ourselves. So we lose ourselves in so many